Good evening, everyone. We are Group 5, and I'm Sukhchan Singh, the leader of this group. And Mandeep Singh, Navroopar, Shubham Babbar, Sukhvinder Singh, and Kavita are the team members of this group. So, in this presentation, we are going to describe about the SIM4 projects. And apart from this, we will discuss about the lesson learned, which we learned from the project execution through this simulation. And as we know, we learn a lot of things from this project. It's a real project, and we have taken a good experience through this simulation. And before going to start further, I'm going to discuss about the agenda of this presentation. First, we will discuss about sim project. After that, we will give the description about the strategies and turning points which we follow during the project execution. And then we will discuss about the trend analysis. How was the trend during the project execution, each period wise? What is the performance in the case of every components of the project execution? And then we will discuss about lesson learned, what we learned from this project execution. And then we will discuss about the challenges. So what kind of challenges we face during the project execution by using this simulation. So next one.
Yeah. Hi, this is Navroopkar. Well, let us discuss about SIM4 project. It is a computer-based simulation which teaches us principle of project management. Apart from this, it was a virtual project which was completed with the help of simulation tool. We all are 5 teams and we were given total 12 periods to work on, and each period contains some particular task. We all have a total budget of around 2,80,000, which was the total budget of the project. Theme of the project was residential housing project. We have to bid on resources for each task. So that was our duty. Next, please. Well, uh, let us talk about our strategy. Which strategy we have implemented during our project? Like we have assigned the cost of a specific task as well as the time of the task in hours. For example, that this task will be completed in this amount of time, so that in that way we have divided the cost by the time, so that we get an idea which resources could be best fit for this task. For example, in period 4 there is a task of complete roof framing whose estimate cost is 1200 and estimate time is 24 hours. So we divided 1200 by 24 and we get $50. Apart from this, we have calculated the standard rate of each resource, and we analyze that the standard rate of rough carpenter matches to this. Like the standard rate of rough carpenter is around $50. So we have an idea that this could be that rough carpenter could be better fit for this task. Next, please.
Hi, my name is Kavita. I am discussing about the what is the turning point in our project. So in the 10th period, our performance has been improved and our group get the third rank from the fourth. In the previous period, we used resources with the low budget, which results in poor performance of our project. Then in the 10th period, we started to use expensive and experienced resources and it improved our functionality, which remains constant in our previous period. Every time we started to hire at least 2 or 3 resources for the same category. For example, if we need 2 electricians, then we bid on 3 or 4. If we are able to get all, then we remove 1 or 2 extra resources from the same period. Next slide.
Trend chart, and this chart will describe about the period wise analysis of the time, cost, stakeholder and functionality, and apart from this overall performance of the project. As we to describe this performance, we are going to use a line graph. As we know, line graph points connected by line segment from left to right to demonstrate changes in values. So there are, we use horizontal axis and vertical axis. So the horizontal axis describe about the periods, and the vertical the percentage, the weightage cost to each task. So here First one is time. As we know, in the first period, we are at 67% in the case of time component. Then in the second period, our performance getting down. But after that, through third period to 12th period, our performance will remain 70 to 80%. So we are at 69% in the last period, and our performance getting up and down during the entire periods. After that, the cost. So from graph, it is clear in the case of cost, we are at 57% in the first period, which is more than 50% in the case of time and cost during first period. But we know in the second period, we use some wrong resources who are not efficient to the task. That's why we are very less, we get very less percentage in case as well as cost in the second period, because we bid on some efficient resources but we didn't get that resources. After that, our cost is getting increasing, and we reach at 38% in the last period. Next one is functionality. As we know, we are not able to get expected percentage in the case of functionality. We know we are using the good resources, we also providing the training to the required resources, we also taking managerial actions to make the functionality better. But at the end, we get 16% in the functionality in the period 12, and otherwise it's not good during the entire project. Last one is stakeholder functionality. The stakeholder functionality is good in the period first, but then performance is getting down, and then it's dramatically increasing from period 6 to period 12. In the 12 period, we are getting 21% in the case of stakeholder satisfaction, because in the starting we are using less efficient resources, less costly resources, but and the after 10th period we started to use expensive resources, so we able to get some functionality, some stakeholder satisfaction at the last. And the overall performance of the project is between 30 to 40% during the period third to period 12, and which remains high and low. And the end, we are at 37% overall in case of uh, overall functionality of the project. So this is about the trend chart, how our performance is getting increase and decreasing during the period wise. So overall, we are at the rank third at the 12 period. Next one.
Hello, hello everyone. My name is Mandeep. Uh, Let us discuss some factors of effective decision making. Decision making is a critical point in assigning the resources. First, I think we have to discuss a bidding strategy, which is an important factor in making a decision making. Bidding strategy is a management skills of using all available resources related in order to offer a comprehensive and competitive bidding through consider various aspects including internal, external, and environment, with aim to win the bidding competition and provide maximum project performance. Next one is the skilled resources. We have to select the various resources of the for the team. Uh, for the team and the project based on their experience and training as well as skills. As we know, in the in this standard rate, we there are the normal price uh, of each and every human resource. We have to do bidding on the resources in order to win the this competition. Next is behavior styles. Different members have a different styles. Some are aggressive and some are not aggressive, and we do a negotiation on a various tasks in order to do a better bidding. Next is the authority figures. There are the some authorities given to various members, and they based on the authority we do bidding. Next is
Hello everyone. My name is Sukhwinder Singh, and today I am discuss about the simulation, the simulation lesson learned in that we have in this simulation periods, which are related to the project that is the residential housing development. And from the starting, we face many difficulties in this simulation because we are not going well. Going through go through the manual that was given for the project simulation. During first and second period of this simulation, we able to achieve more than 50% in time and cost, as it is all about effective or efficient resources. And we did some improvement to read properly information given in manual. And in the third and fourth period, we achieved more in time component, which was above 80%. It is all because we improve by proper allocation of resources on each task and use of more the two resources on same activity. So in this way, we improving the timing. And in third and fourth period, we low in budget. So and as well as in also in many aspects such as functionality and stakeholder component. So for this purpose, we make changes for the fifth and sixth period to apply some managerial actions for and some low budget resources. So in seventh and eighth period, we are able to improve stakeholders and also we perform well in overall. But this time we not achieve desired functionality. So for this purpose, we bid on the most efficient sources for the next period. So in the ninth and tenth period, we achieved functionality as well as ranking. Uh, so also we apply managerial actions side by side on more efficient resources to increase functionality component. And in 11th and 12th period, this was the end period of the simulation. And at this point, we able to get third position. And also at this point, we have achieved functionality in the project. Next slide. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Shubham Babbar. During this project, we have faced a lot of challenges, which includes coordination of team. We have to coordinate with each other through virtually, and working in a virtually is very difficult as compared to the face to face, because through virtually we have to face a lot of difficulties like network issue and mode of communication, and what resources or what equipment is right uh, for for that time to share our knowledge and views on the project. And the time management plays a very vital role in every project. To fulfill a requirement and to meet the deadline, we have to manage our time very uh, in a very precise way so that we can meet meet the deadline and complete every period uh, in a in a given time. So we have to face this time management as a biggest or important challenge throughout our project. And resource allocation was also one of the, I must say, prominent challenges we have faced throughout the Sim4 project, because uh, allocation of resource is totally depend on the resources we we were bid on, and sometimes we didn't get that resources. So it was difficult to assign or it was difficult to allocate the resource uh, right duty to the right resource. And the last slide is communication. We communicate through the various modes, and we also use various softwares, which includes WhatsApp calls, Zoom. Zoom is a software on which we did the video call whenever we have to give some kind of share information, and it's kind of very uh, very it was a software which help us to conference through a video call, and text messages was one of the way uh, which we uh, which we use to share our small short views on some topics. Emails through emails we send and share our files and our work with the other teammates. Thank you.